about these guys to start with our third seed. We're going to talk about Rule No a little bit, and you can see those new decals on some of these cars. You're going to be seeing those a lot in the next couple of days. But for Rule No, we have Aerolax, Liska, and Rex. And as I said, before 2 weeks ago, Liska was at a 0% MVP rate. Now they have gotten up to an 8%, and they have been popping off lately in terms of performance. And I expect to see the same thing coming out today.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, like we said, we kind of talked to Rex a little bit before the cast, and I think they feel pretty confident about this matchup going into this first playoff match. And like you said, Aerolax carrying a lot of that weight in terms of MVP percentage, but like you said, Liska bringing it back up to around an 8%. So it's really interesting to see how this team has been kind of switching it up since midseason, and I think it's going to be super exciting to watch them on the pitch for this first playoff match. And I think, you know, game one is going to be all about setting the tone for them early. So I think if Aerolax and the team can get into a rhythm, this could be a very dangerous series, for General Paws, but we'll have to see what happens. So really excited to look how this team performs today.
Yeah, and I do have to ask real quick, Viper, do I have you on here so I can add you to the lobby for spectating? Because I don't think I do.
Let's fix that.
You need to add the RFDL admin account. But while he's doing that, I'll go ahead and talk about our second team coming up today, guys. It's going to be Gentle Paws coming in as our 6th seed, and this team has been known as a defensive team, but we have talked about how they have been starting to cultivate a more aggressive play style, and we saw it a lot last week in their match against Fox Clan. And I think if they can bring that same amount of energy, that Rule No is not going to have as easy of a fight as they might think they have.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, like we talked about earlier, this team has played together the entire season. So a lot of that synergy is going to be a big factor for this series. Like I said, you know, all you need to worry about is beating that team in front of you. Records be damned. It's going to be super interesting to see how this team works together and potentially overcomes the side of Rule No. So really excited to see the synergy in action.
Yeah, for sure. 1 second. As I just gave you the name just to add onto your Rocket League so we can get you in here. But yeah, I'm so excited for this one. I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of a prediction beforehand, but prediction kind of one-sided in the chat for sure. I think going with Rule No on that one. And for us, I think this is a really close one. This is going to be a really close one. I think I'm excited to see both these teams play. I do have to give the edge over to Rule No, in my opinion, just because they have showcased through the second half of the league that there's no stopping these guys. They've taken down every team they played in the second half. The only loss they had was the forfeit that they unfortunately had to take against Black Bunny Gaming early on in week 6 because they weren't able to field enough members. But if they play like they usually do, I don't see them having any problems with this match.
Yeah, I could easily see a world where that's the case as well. I just like rooting for the underdog. So, you know, I'm excited. I hope Gentle Paws can bring it the distance, and I think that there is definitely a world where they can take it away. I think synergy reigns king, especially in playoff series like this. But like I said, I think this could go either way, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I think we're almost ready to go. So
yeah, and that being said, also Firestreak just let me know an interesting fact. Basically, besides the mid-season tournament, they've gone to Game 5 in almost every series. There's a couple of series that have not went that far, but most of their time it's gone to Game 5, and I could definitely see it going to another Game 5 here today. So I hope everybody is ready for some incredible playoff action, because guess what, guys? It's time to get going for our first match of the playoffs. We have Gentle Paws and Rule No going head-to-head. The winner is going to be playing against I Buy Fursuits in the upper semifinals. And Viper, let's get playoffs started on the right foot.
I'm so excited, man. I love playoffs. Playoffs are always so much fun to watch. All these games are so important, and anything can happen as we get kickoff here, ready to go for game number 1. Playoffs are officially underway. It's so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Aerolax with possession of that ball. Not going to be able to get past Static, though. And Rex playing in his Scarab that we've been seeing him play in a lot of game 1. I used to talk about how he didn't really perform in the Scarab, but actually, in the last couple of weeks, they've won every game he's played Scarab on, and he's actually gotten higher scores in those games compared to his other ones. As he gets that save right there, that's going to help his score go up a little bit more, keeping that first one out. And now Liska over to Rex. It's so close to Factual Data, going to keep it tied to begin this game.
Really stretching out that Scarab body, man. I'll tell you what, that was a great goal line save and almost got that nice counter attack. As unfortunately, I just cursed him as he whiffed the corner ball there, but Liska able to back him up. And so far, seeing some pre-jumping coming out from Rex, too. You can feel that they feel a lot more confident about this matchup than a lot of people might think. So really excited to see that confidence coming out. But as soon as I say it, it's like I never left. Factual Data with an open net there. Just an unfortunate break on the rotation there from the side of... Oh my god.
Rule no. You're thinking Rule no.
Yeah. Rule no just broke their rotation there on defense. Looks like they both went for corners and just left an open net, and thankfully Factual able to put that one away, and that's going to be an early 1-0 lead for the side of Gentle Paws. Do we smell an upset brewing? Just kidding. We have 3 minutes of Rocket League left to play in this game, so I don't think anything like that crazy is happening yet, but so far might be going a little differently than people expected.
Absolutely, as Gentle Paws does continue to keep that lead, and it looks like another rotational mishap. However, Static not able to get in front of the ball at the right angle. Gonna put that out to the side. They're definitely gonna want that one back. A goal opportunity lost to that flip. And now Rule No trying to push forward. We've seen them go for this counterattack style of play every so often, but I'm really looking for Aerolax to step up a little bit here. He's been so good at directing his team through the traffic as they go along for each shot. And it seems like they had it right there, but Liska a little bit too far of a shot to be taken there. And as I said, Gentle Paws wanted their shot back. I'm sure Rule No wanted that one back too.
Yeah, that was a nice touch though from Rex off his own backboard there to get that pinch, but great job from Factual to lay that ball down. As another demo is going to come out from the side. Another one, that's 3. Aerolax, another one from Rex. What is going on? I believe I remember seeing someone in the chat talking about how this team loves to demo, so definitely seeing it on full display here, as that's already 4 for the side of Rule No, but nothing to show for it on offense yet. We need to see, halfway through this game, we need to see them start converting these demos into offensive pressure.
And the demos, the thing that won them that game against iVi Fursuits, another one coming in, but Rex not able to get the shot on target. And you can see Rule No trying to push for this, but unfortunately for them, being on US East servers does make this a little bit difficult. However, Aerolax coming out with the double save to keep them within 1. And now we see Rule No pushing. Will they be able to make anything of this counterattack? Rex gets the full boost. The shot on. Static can get back to it in the nick of time. And with 1:50 on the clock, Rule No still searching.
Aerolax loving his team loving Aerolax right now. They need to convert off of this. What an insane defensive effort. Liska could have an opportunity here, but it's going to get met by Fire Streak. Aerolax, though, 2 up for Rule No. This could be dangerous here if Gentle Paws can just keep this ball in their possession for the next 1:30. Static, though, going to try and go for 2. Gets the touch. Rex can't read it, but Liska, thankfully. Again, like we talked about, Liska stepping up, getting a lot of these bailout touches for the side of Rule No. They just need to convert, and they can't seem to do it so far.
Oh, that's an excellent pass. Liska gets the 50, but it's just going to go straight in the air. Factual Data on that ball. Now Aerolax, is there anything he can do with that? He's past 1. Got the flip reset. Static will be up for that save. And this is that part of defensive line that you see from Gentle Paws time and time again. That's so hard to crack. Once they're in the lead, they can really hunker down on defense and just keep their backline clear of any sort of goals. And Static doing a good job on that again as another shot comes through. Rule No trying to find some passes in rotation, and it's starting to be tough on Gentle Paws as they are starting to lose a lot of boost. However, that miss from Rex going to allow them to push out and reset their rotations. And when the last 30 seconds coming down, Gentle Paws looking to take game number 1.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, they just need to hold on here However, this is an open ball. Rex has the shot. No, it's going to go wide. Corner bounce, awkward for Airlax. Going to drop this center to Liska, who has no boost, but unfortunately not able to make it happen here. Breakaway, Factual, not able to steal that corner boost away. Airlax, the full tank of gas. What can they do here? 10 seconds left. And this may be a Gentle Paws 1-0 unless something can happen here. That's a whiff from Firestreak. There's an open net. Can anyone convert on this side?
Oh my god.
And in a 1 second remaining here in game number 1, they tie it up.
I was not expecting that at all. Airlax just in the perfect position. I think Rex could have got a touch on that as well. But unfortunately, just Gentle Paws not having the right rotation for that one. And they're going to give it away. We go to OT in game number 1. And as much as we thought Gentle Paws was just going to take that game, now it could fall away at the last moment. And it would suck for their mental as Firestreak doesn't get the touch, but the bounce is high, thankfully for Gentle Paws. Now Liska gets the touch. Rex is going to be down and just puts it up high. I think Airlax is going to have to wait back here. But we're seeing Gentle Paws be very hesitant, but they still get the goal. Factual Data going to clinch game 1.
And sometimes the best thing you can do is just not hit the ball at all. And a great, we'll call that a calculated setup from Firestreak there. Factual Data able to put that one away in a perfect spot. No one on the side of Ruldo able to touch that ball. And what a way to end game number 1. We talked about it, right? A lot of times this team, Gentle Paws, has shown they can go the distance, right? A lot of game 5s, but just weren't quite able to close out a lot of those games. So it's really good to see them able to close out a game like this in overtime. And we thought that was a very dangerous situation for Gentle Paws there at the end. So good to see them converting game number 1.
Absolutely, and that's a great start for the squad, and we're gonna have to see if they can keep up their performance. Once again, we are going to EU for the second game, so Firestreak not going to be able to have as much impact here, and we're gonna have to see how that messes with the team, if it does at all. But Rule No, definitely not exactly how they expected to start their run in this playoffs, and you gotta give it to Gentle Paws. That was a really nice first game. Very good defensive saves coming out from both teams, but Gentle Paws just able to keep it out of the net that much more. And there were a couple of accuracy issues, I'd say, from Rule No that they're gonna need to be able to fix if they want to make this a series.
Yeah, and I mean, we just saw it, right? Rule No defense, no slouch. We just saw that insane play from Airlax to keep this game from going 2-0, right? And Airlax doesn't make that save, right? This game was over even before OT, right? So they just need to clean up some of these rotations on defense. Their demos are great. They're generating a lot of pressure, but they just need to be able to make sure they're not catching themselves out. And I think that was a big problem for them in game number 1.
Yeah, I gotta agree. And this is going to be huge for Gentle Paws coming in as the lower seed, being able to take that first victory. Now, are they going to be able to convert it into another one right now as we're going to start game number 2, guys? Gentle Paws up by 1. And we're going to have to see if Rule No can make a comeback here. A good pinch from Rex to start off the aggressive attack. Liska going to leave it for Airlax, but the shot not there. Rex with another, and Static is going to put that to the side. A lot of aggression we're seeing from Rule No to start this one off.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any way that they're phased from game number 1 here. They're coming out swinging here as Gentle Paws immediately put on the back foot on defense. And I think if you're Rule No, great way to shake that one off. You just go for some super aggressive offense at the beginning here. But the big thing I want to watch out for Rule 1 in this game number 2 is, can they clean up these defensive rotations, right? We saw a lot of times, a lot of these open net opportunities were just because they were getting caught out going for those aggressive demos, right? So great to see teams starting to adapt to some of this more aggressive play style that we're seeing out of some of these teams, especially Rule No with all these demos. But Static might have 2 here. He does, but it's going to be wide. Firestreak can't find the angle either. Airlax can't get the save. Miracle once again. And Gentle Paws is going to go up 1-0 early here. That's a great sign for Gentle Paws, but if I'm Rule No, I might start getting a little nervous.
And Airlax just trying to keep that corner protected, but the shot goes out behind him, and there's not really much you can do in that situation except watch it sail into your net. And he went back for it, but the shooter, I can't remember, I think it was Static, did place that in a really good position for him. So now, Rule No on the back foot once again, but not for long. Airlax from Liska. We're going to have a tied game.
And I mean, just like I said, beautiful setup from Liska. Look at this 50, just perfect, absolute just class. Setting up that easy shot for Airlax, and great speed, great power on that one to put that away. 69 miles an hour. Going to be a tough one to save on the side of Gentle Paws. Going to tie this game up 1-1.
Now Arilax off the kickoff, looking for a shot. It's going to be stopped by Factual Data, just in the right position. Rex moved off that scarab there. And a bad 50 coming out. Liska can't get the touch. Arilax has to rush back. And luckily for him, Firestreak didn't have any boost in the tank. Couldn't take a good, quick shot. Now Arilax past one. Could get it past another. Firestreak puts it off of his own crossbar. And that's going to be a save for Paws.
And I mean, another great 50 from Arilax. We're starting to see some of the rule no aggressive demoing action here. As Liska going to try and bring this one to the side. Nice pinch once again. Might be putting Paws off balance here, but Static gets the corner. Should have this one no problem. And so far, rule no looking much better than they did in game one. However, some of those defensive rotations starting to creep up. And is that going to get punished? It will! And Factual Data going to get a good one. Nice shot off of that unfortunate touch from Liska, though, on that corner.
Oh, it's so unfortunate. The demo coming through. Rex can't get the touch. Expecting that to go near post, I believe. And just a couple of defensive mistakes leading to that goal. And it's really just something that you're going to have to polish as Rule No as this series goes on. This win, a little bit crucial for them, as we've talked about before. But there is a chance that we see a sub coming in for Rule No after this match. And they're going to want as many chances as they can have going into this. They do not want to find themselves in the lower bracket later on. However, Rex gonna try and get the save. It's gonna be Liska instead who gets the save, and Factual Data looking very dangerous with that shot. Now Static does get the boost, but doesn't get a touch on the ball. Rex's shot is a little wide, and Factual doing well not to panic in that situation. Now big clear, demo on the side of Paws, and we're trying to see Rule No come in with a counterattack, but they're just not quite finding the touches they need.
That's a good backboard ball, though. Rex getting finished. No, it's too high. Arilax can't find the ball either. This is going to be a sprint for the side of, oh my goodness, Paws, but they had no boost. No boost, and we saw some of that more aggressive offense coming into play, stealing those corners, going for those demos. That's a nice fake, but Static again. Wonderful save, finding that savior so early. Rex, you're going to keep this offensive pressure up. Can he find an angle? He cannot, as that ball floats over. And Paws might have a reprieve here, but Arilax going to steal a corner once again. And finally, Firestreak able to find that one off the corner. Buy his team some much needed time to get some boost here. Arilax, though, gonna have a full tank off the sidewall. What can he do? Let's see. Static gonna meet him. Arilax gonna steal once again. Another corner boost. Again, Rule No finding this offensive pressure, but can they convert? That has been a big problem for them these past two games. Liska gonna find a floater. Arilax might have a free shot here. He does, and that's gonna tie the game 2-all.
And good job from Rule No on converting here. Liska puts it right above Static. Firestreak already in the air, and Arilax spots the perfect position to place that shot. No one can get the save, and we are tied with a minute and 14 in game number 2, and Rule No gonna be very, very hungry to take this game, and it does tell a lot going into this what scoreline they can win this at. If it's a 1-goal game, then goal differential is going to be tied up. And as we said before, that's going to play so much of a factor going into game 5 if we do eventually reach that. So Arilax gonna do what he can to try and help his team score some more goals. Static, good positioning on that sidewall there. Looking for the shot will be Firestreak, not able to get the touch in the demo on Factual. Static is beat. And now, scrambling on the Paws side, we look for a pass to Rex, but not able to find it. I don't think the cons were quite there. And Rule No, an opportunity left once again.
Yeah, and I think, they really don't want to see another overtime, right? We all know what happened last game. That's a nice corner bounce, though. Firestreak able to put that one away, but like you said, just a little bit of miscommunication. Corner down, that's going to be Rule No taking the lead here with 17 seconds to go. What a shot from Arilax.
And that is absolutely insane. Crossbar down in the corner. No one expecting it to get to that quite of an angle. And you could see that the aggressive play was working for Rule No there. They just kind of attacked the net. Static had to go back into the net to try and avoid any bumps that were coming out. And now they're going to be scrambling. 10 seconds left. And Rule No with the pressure. Pass back to Liska. And that's going to be very smart from Rule No. Trying to stall as much time as possible. And Rule No puts it down. They're going to tie up the series. We're at 1 game apiece.
I mean, what a way to do it, right? Just absolutely insane performance coming out from Aerolax. All 3 of their goals, 3 for 7. That is unreal. And Liska, like you talked about, bringing in those assists as well. Just a great response from Rule No. Not a blowout or anything like that, just a really good response, but I'm still worried about those defensive rotations and that overextension. But
yeah,
we'll give credit where credit's due. They clutch it up when it matters. They got that game 2, and that's a big boost for them going into game 3 here.
Yeah, and the replays from this game are very telling, just like showing the aggressive side of Rule No is still here and ready, but their defense still has a little bit of polishing to be done today. But each of these teams just grinding at each other, just gnashing teeth and claws all around as shot after shot coming in from both of these squads. And you love to see it for your first match of the day. You can tell that both of these teams are hungry for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Gentle Paws is being anything but gentle this series. I think they are going hard, like you said. I think you could tell they really, really want it, and I think we're starting to see that synergy come into play like we talked about. They've been playing together all season long, and I really think we're starting to see that. We especially saw it in that game number 1, but I think if there's a big thing I want them to focus on the rest of the series, they need to start punishing these overextensions from Rule No more. They need to start dodging these demos. They need to start protecting their corner boosts. If they want to come back and win this game 3, I think that's a big point of contention they need to focus on.
Yeah, and we're going to go ahead and get ready as game 3 underway, guys. We're going to see who can take the lead here, go to match point in this crucial first series for both of these teams. Winner going to be playing against iBuyFursuits, who is not going to be an easy matchup. And Rex trying to make sure that team is going to be Rule No with a quick shot to start us out. Liska going to be rotating in, but not a lot of boost to work with, so they are going to have to rotate out rather quickly. And Static going to get possession of this ball. Aerolax with the touch, but it's not going to go out of their side. And Liska and Rex going to have a little bit to work on here in these NA servers, as they had a little bit of trouble last time, but a good pinch coming out with Aerolax. You can tell that these guys are trying to make some plays. Now Rex last in back, but gets it past 2, and that is perfect from him. These are exactly the plays that we see Rule No do all the time during the league. Getting it past 2, being able to get the counterattack. And now Aerolax looking for the shot. It's going to be a goal, and Rule No strike first.
We saw the corner be a bit of a boon for Liska last game, but using it to their advantage this game, it sets up a perfect ball for Aerolax. Just an absolute banger right down the middle there. Going to put them up an early 1-0 lead here for the side of Rule No. Just a great play all around from Rule No.
Now Factual Data gonna have this up in front of his own net, kind of a dangerous spot for him. But no one from Rule No being able to push forward. Allows for an easy clear. Now Aerolax, pass 1, pass to Liska. Liska has the shot. It's gonna be a second one. Rule No is taking this game quick.
And they are out to a blazing start here in game number 3. They are not messing around here. That's a great setup from Aerolax and a better shot from Liska there. Just the Gentle Paws defense just caught on their back legs, just not able to quite recover on these really fast counterattacks that Rule No are throwing out, and they need to start cleaning this up before this game gets away from them.
Now Liska be the last back. Static doesn't get the touch, but Rex, crucial goal save coming out from him, keeping that lead at 2, and now Static pushed a little bit too far forward. That ball's gonna bounce up high. Aerolax first to it, but not gonna be able to find the double there, and Static gets away with a little bit of over-aggression on backline, and he is going to be able to move forward with this. Now Liska trying to get past 1, a good 50 coming out, but now the Rule No defense a little bit scrambly in their back half, and Aerolax gonna look for a pass down. And Viper, this has been the Rule No show since we started here. We're not seeing a lot of aggression coming out from Gentle Paws anymore.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see they lost a little bit of that mojo between game 2 and game 3. I'm not sure if it's the server change or something else, but that's a good demo from Factual. Could stop this offensive attack a little bit. Static, though, going to let this one bounce off the corner. And like you said, like, look at this net right now. Look at how much of the open field Gentle Paws has to work with. They need to start pushing this aggression and play with a little more confidence on the opponent's half of the ball. And right now, they need something, as we're almost halfway through this game and they are down by 2. This could be a good opportunity, but let's get able to put that one to the side. And Fire Streak not going to have much if Factual can't turn here. And again, a lot of free balls given up on the side of Gentle Paws. I think that they need to start controlling the ball better. Look for some more of these dribbles. Look for some more of these 50-50s if they want to start putting Rule No in these bad positions. Double touch potentially, but a nice bump from Static. Unfortunately, it's not going to matter as Rex brings Rule No up 3-0 here in game 3.
And that is great coming out from Rex. And unfortunately for Paws, just playing a little bit too passive. And unfortunately, this defensive playstyle that they've been well known for, they've been trying to change it up because they know that it didn't work really well for them in the first half of the season. And it's starting to come back little by little in this series. A lot of the time when we talk about Paws, we have talked about their positioning, how they like to remain a little bit too far back and aren't taking the opportunities given to them. And they looked really good in those first couple of games, but it seems like they're going back to their normal play style, and that's something that they're going to need to change really quick. And I'm really looking at Static and Factual to kind of just be the leaders here and start pushing up a little bit farther on this Rule No attacking third when they have a chance. Now, Static, unable to get the touch there, and he could have found a really nice pass out to his teammates. Now Arilax instead has the ball, the ground pinch, and a fourth goal for Rule No.
And that is so hard to read if you're the side of Paws. Just, you have to make a decision and commit to it. It looks like Factual just got caught out a little bit, and then Firestreak just a little too creeped up on that goal line defense there. That's why they always tell you go back post, because stuff like that can happen and you need to be ready for it. And unfortunately, minute 30 left, Paws needs to get some offense going here if they want to even consider forcing an overtime in game number 4 here. Or 3, sorry. Oh my goodness.
And with a minute 30 left, that's definitely going to be hard to do, especially when it's going back towards your own half once again. Arilax just trying to cause as much disruption as possible there. And now has to rotate back. Liska's beat, but Arilax just in the perfect position to get that save.
Center.
Liska able to get the touch. However, it goes out to Static, and Static is in a perfect position. Paws gets one.
That's the kind of stuff they need, right? We talked about it. They need to start playing more aggressive. You have a minute left. You're down by 3. You need to take risks like this, and this time it pays off for them with a bad 50 from the side of Rule No. And 3 goals in a minute, not impossible, but definitely going to be a pretty tall mountain to climb here.
Now long clear over to the Paws side off the kickoff. Rex looking for any sort of redirect back to a teammate, and it does get to Arilax. Could have been a very nice back pass when you think about that. And now Liska gonna have to clear this out to no one. And you see this happening once again. Paws has possession, and instead of keeping control of it, they just kind of throw it away to the attacking third, and that's not gonna work if they want to be able to beat Rule No, who seems to have finally come online and is starting to show some of that league play form, as Rex just going to play this quietly and slowly on the side, just trying to waste all the time left as 30 seconds come in, and we need to see a push from Paws right now.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, Rule No will play Boomer Ball all day. If they want to play Boomer Ball for these next 15 seconds, they can, and for what it's worth, I think it's pretty much done now unless they score literally right this second. But, you know, if you're Paws, you can't be playing Boomer Ball when you're down 3. You need to start looking for plays. You might get a consolation goal here at the end, but unfortunately that ball's just a little too fast off Static's car, and we are going to hit 0 seconds here. We'll see if any team is going to hit it or just let this one fall. Looks like Paws wants to go for a consolation goal here. Can't say I blame him. Static, though, going to get 50'd, and that is going to be game number 3 for the side of Rule No, going up 2-1, and at match point.
And this is going to be crucial for Rule No, moving on to EU servers in this game number 4. And if you're Paws, you have quite a lot riding on this game. First team to go down, also going to be one of the last teams to play on the day. They're going to have a long time to sit and stew after this series if it does end up going the wrong way for them. And they're going to have to regain and look at that lower bracket matchup that they won't even know who's coming for that until right before they're about to play. I think 2 matches before. So that one's going to be interesting. But shout out to Rule No. They're playing in form again. They were a little slow to start, but I think they've really ramped it up in this game number 3.
Yeah, and I mean, like you talked about, they seem like they're back to their old selves. They just needed a couple games to shake off the rust. But if I'm on the side of Paws, I need to start thinking about how we can start generating some more offense, because it feels like they were basically stuck on their half of the field most of that game. You know, we saw how often they were boost starved, how often they basically were left with no choice but to try and play, you know, Boomer Ball with Rule No, and just could not take very much advantage of the midfield, not able to steal a lot of those boosts that they wanted to see in the game 1 and game 2 that gave them, you know, some success. But those demos, man, from Rule No, they are devastating for these rotations on the side of Paws. They need to figure out a way to get rid of them. Yeah,
and I think we're having a little bit of a issue here real quick as We might have a party error going on, trying to get this next game started, but it says Rex is in a match, so we're gonna see if it'll let me do this. No, it says he's in an online game, so might have had a crash. So we are going to have to wait a couple of seconds to get these guys back in here. But let's go ahead and talk about Gentle Paws a little bit. See what, Viper, from your analysis, what do you think they need to do to force a game 5 here?
I think they need to figure out how to get the ball out of their own half. I think a lot of what we saw in game 3 there, the biggest problem was that Rule No just kept them trapped. Like, they were pretty much starved all the time. There was no way. What they need to do is they need to focus on dribbling the ball out of their own half. They need to make Rule No, get a lot of boost to get these 50s and just play for more favorable 50-50s to get that ball out of their own half. And like we said, I think Rule No is still over-rotating on offense. They just didn't get punished for it because they boost starved them so much. But I think if they can be aware of that and actively play around those demos and those rotations, I think they can start punishing Rule No a lot more. So I think that's the biggest thing they need to do for game number 4 here if they want to force a game 5.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the side of Rule No, everything's been working for them so far, so they can just keep playing their play style, and as long as they, I think we're going to see a little bit more demo play coming out from them, as we have seen in the last couple of weeks that there has been an increase in demos, and we're having a little bit of problem with Fire Streak now. However, I think he's back, so we are just waiting on Rex to come back after a little bit of a game crash, so we're just going to go ahead and give him a minute to deal with that. And once he's back in, we'll be good to go. But I definitely expect to see some good stuff come out from both of these teams in Game 4. Hopefully, we can get a Game 5 for our first one. But if Rule No takes it in 4, I'm sure that they'll be very happy with that.
Yeah, I think Rule No will be very happy. But, you know, Gentle Paws, like you said, you know, they've gone to Game 5 a lot. And I think that there's definitely a world where they can kind of bounce back off of that one and force a game 5 here and potentially, you know, win this series. But I think, like I said, the biggest thing they need to start cleaning up is this defensive pressure, right? I think the big thing, like we said, are these demos, are these, you know, these aggressive cuts in rotation from the side of Rule No just going unpunished. Like, they might need to start getting a little physical in their game. They might need to start bumping around. They might need to start, you know, fighting for these corner boosts that are just getting taken for free. And focusing really on converting and finding counterattacks from these over rotations on the side of Rule No. I think they can do it. I think they can force a game 5, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. I think this team is more than capable of bouncing back after a game like that. So
yeah, and Rex's TC did crash, but he is getting back in, I believe, soon. So we will be good to go here in a minute with our next game. And in fact, he is back as of right now. So we are good to go for game number 4. Going back to EU again, so as we said before, Gentle Paws definitely going to have a little bit of issues on this server with Fire Streak being from West. And we're going to have to see if they can counter that with some really quick goals and just playing their game. And if they can, we'll see a game 5. If they can't, it looks like Rule No gonna move up to that upper semifinal. But guys, it's finally time. Game number 4 in the series. Rule No versus Gentle Paws. Rule No trying to take the series here, and Gentle Paws wanting to cause that game 5. And it's gonna start off with an excellent save from Factual off of the shot from Aerolax. As you can tell, Rule No staying in that aggressive mindset.
yeah, and I think if you're Gentle Paws here, you need to start looking for some of these more aggressive angles. That's a huge pinch. Fire Streak might have an angle on this. It's potentially an open net, but just jumps too early. Static, though, going to have one. Might have two, but dropped it off to the corner here. Nice pinch from Factual, but already seeing a much more confident Gentle Paws than we saw in game number 1. Actually, or game number 3, sorry. Actually getting the ball out of their own half and finding some counterattacks here are exactly what I wanted them to do, and it looks like it's okay so far. And it feels like it may only be a matter of time before they can convert one, but that's a whiff from Factual. Static, though, able to get that one and get the corner, which is another point I talked about. Making sure they're fighting and getting those corner boosts is going to be a big proponent of their offensive success this game. And so far, they're doing a good job.
And I'm definitely going to have to take a look at Rex here in this match, as he did just get off a PC crash, and coming back from a PC crash right into the next game, definitely going to throw off the mental a little bit. We're going to have to see if he can clutch up with the rest of his team. Liska looking for a pass, not able to find any shot on net there. And Rex has a really good touch, leaves it for Airlax as we move into the first offense we've really seen from Rule No. And Liska trying to keep the siege alive. The pass down. Rex and Airlax double commit for this one. And luckily for them, there's no counterattack opportunity, but a demo is going to stall the attack. And Gentleplot's definitely looking better in this game number 4.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's kind of something they need to start doing. Turn this over-aggression on its head. Start trying to look for these demos on the side of Rule No. You can't just let them bully your backlines for free. You need to start doing something. Show them that you're willing to take some of these risks on defense to get that ball out. And so far, doing a good job is Liska. Gonna beat Static. This could be a free ball for the side of Rule No. Already going for those demos, you see. Liska didn't even bother with the pass, just went straight for the demo. So you know that that's their game plan for this series. And it's been working well so far, but we shall see. As Paws gonna have a nice bounce mid. Liska, though, should have no problem saving that. That's a corner ball. Just kidding. I cursed it once again. And that's gonna be 1-0 for Paws. I love the caster curse. I love it, Finn. I love it so much.
That's an excellent shot there from Factual Data. Liska almost at the touch, but not quite able to get it. And that's going to be the first goal for Paws. And once again, we see Rule No playing from behind. But the last time this happened, they were able to take that game after a couple of extra goals coming down to the last couple of seconds. And we have seen them playing these demos a lot. And Paws, I think that's a really good team to utilize those demos with. They play so far back, and they play a little bit slower than some of these other teams. So while they're getting demoed, it really does mess up their rotations in a way that it just takes them a lot more time to figure out what's going on and how to move forward from the demo. And I think that Rule No can take that opportunity to go for an attack, as we've seen multiple teams do. Now Rex with an opportunity, but Firestreak gonna have that up off his own back wall. And we're still seeing some pushes, but a really nice challenge is going to leave that in the midfield. Static wins this one to the Gentlepaw corner, and another demo leading to an offensive opportunity. Now Rex with the save. Firestreak's going to be up for this one first. Gets it past Liska, but Airlax is waiting in the wings. Is 2 up. He does get the 50, but no one there to convert. And Rule No, just going to need to work on that positioning a little bit. Of double commit, but it might lead to a goal. Airlax is off the bar and out. And Rule No going to be asking for that one back. Now Airlax with the shot. Static is there for the save. And Gentleplaw's defense comes in clutch once again.
A big test for Gentlepaws on defense there. Does their defensive rotation break down like we've seen all series? Firestreak not getting the ball, but getting the player, which might take just as well there. Is Static going to clear this ball in open space, hopefully buying his team some time to get some boost. Factual waiting in the wings with a full tank. Static, though, can't quite find the pass first time around, but gets center here. Static will, unfortunately, not grab that corner. He's probably going to wish he had that one back. Firestreak going to drop a little floater to Airlax here. Factual going to make him flip. It's a great 50-50 contest there from the side of Factual. Airlax, another demo. I would love to, I wish I'd have kept track of how many demos Rule No has gotten this series, because it's been quite a few, but Gentlepaws this game has been doing a much better job of dealing with those demos.
Yeah, demo tracking definitely going to come in the future for sure, because these demos can be also crucial for this team. And with 30 seconds remaining, they're going to need a crucial play right here. Airlax with the pinch, but no one there to convert that goal. And so unfortunate, Rule No had an easy one for them. And now Airlax is going to have this ball. It's over. Liska with the beat, and Static is going to be there. However, I will say, with Gentlepaws winning this one, we might still see a goal differential in favor of Rule No here, as the ball might hit the ground. We're at 0 seconds. Rex keeps it alive. Static puts it to the ground, and it is going to be Gentlepaws taking that. And guys, we're going to have to take a look at goal differential, but I believe Rule No is going to be leading by 1 here.
Man, and that is just tough for the side of Rule No. You're really going to wish you had that whiff back on the side. Static, you know, we take those. If you're Gentlepaws, you're like, all right, we take these goals where we get them. But man, that is just an unfortunate way to lose a game 4. Potentially could have closed out the series, right? That game easily going to overtime, and who knows what happens. But Gentlepaws gonna bring this one to game 5. And my prediction is slowly coming to terms. Might come to fruition. a Game 5 banger here between these two teams. We're going to have to see who comes out on top. I'm so excited.
And I will confirm, Rule No will get the server choice for game number 5. Now, they just lost on EU, so does that mean that they are going to pick a server like NA East? Not... They're trying to say OCE. It's not available.
You know, listen, I'd be all down for some OCE gaming, but looks like they are going to determine here in just a moment. Looks like it's going to be EU.
Mm-hmm. And not many replays to show from this last game, guys, so we'll show you the ones that really matter. That factual data shot right there. And I've been telling you guys, factual data since last week has been clutch for his team with some of those goals. And it's gonna prove to be to Rule No's detriment. But game 5 on the horizon, first match of playoffs, and we're already going to Champions Field. You gotta love it. Both these teams are going to play their best here, but it's gonna be down to just who plays better in the game. It's one more, winner take all. Winner plays I buy fursuits. You can't get closer than this.
Yeah, I think it's so fun to see, and this is what playoffs are all about. Like I said, records be damned. This is nothing, none of that matters. All that matters is facing that team in front of you and playing them to their best of your ability. You don't want to go down to the lower brackets so early, and both of these teams are just chomping at the bit to make sure that's not going to be them. But like you said, Champions Field, game 5, it all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this. That's right. Winner goes up against I buy fursuits in the upper bracket semifinals. Loser relegated down to the first match loss, and it's going to be Gentle Paws with the first goal with a long clear from Static here.
I said it, right? This is what I said. They need to start punishing these overextensions on offense for the side of Rule No, and that is a picture-perfect example of how to do it. Normally, Boomer Ball, not the best, but Static saw an opening and took it, and that is a great way to start off this game for the side of Gentle Paws.
And Gentle Paws, definitely exactly what you want to see there. Now, Airlax tried for the shot, was going to be wide. However, the shot comes in from Rex. It's going to be put to the side by Firestreak, and we're already seeing some Rule No aggression. They're going to have to push forward really quick and try to get whatever they can. Now, Liska passed one, but Factual Data was in a really good spot for a shot there, not able to take it. And Airlax gonna have to clear this one out. And I'm seeing Rule No a little bit panicked on some of these rotations, pushing up a little bit too far. And Gentle Paws can take advantage of that if they wish to do so. However, Airlax gonna try and get past Firestreak. Or Factual, my bad. Not able to do that. And Static is just gonna get this clear. Airlax last back. Static just gonna put it high. And a good clear from Rule No. Now the counterattack coming out, but Rex can't quite get the touch, and Factual Data just going to play that one slow.
And Airlax demoed here. This could be a good opportunity for the side of Gentle Paws, but Airlax luckily able to come back in time. A pretty big change this season has been the introduction of those demo camps. Seeing where you're going to respawn has actually been a huge help, and it's been really interesting to see how teams have adapted, knowing that information. And so far, Rule No not having much to show here as Airlax just going to leave this one. That's a double commit from the side of Gentle Paws, but Factual thankfully going to clean up the ball right there. That's a nice 50. Liska, though, should have no problem clearing this one to Rex, but Gentle Paws looking much more confident. You can really tell whoever scores goal 1 in game 5 really starts to see. It's very obvious that they have the momentum going forward for the rest of the game, so it's going to be interesting to see how Rule No responds.
And it just seems like the average speed of Rule No has gone down drastically since that game 4 loss. And it really is plaguing them a little bit. They're not able to find any good passes out, and Gentle Paws is just playing that defensive game really well. You can see 2 of them back at most times. Firestreak going to be going up for this one. And you can see Static just waiting in that goal, ready for any shot that might come his way. I think he just picked up some boost so he could challenge Airlax here. And Airlax not really getting the kind of touches that he would want. Now Liska does get the beat, but no boost to go up for this one. And no one from Rule No able to push forward. They're going to need to try and find some opportunities to get out fast. And here's one right now. But Airlax, no touch on the ball, no boost in the tank. And they're going to need to find something now. But Liska is going to find it with 2:22 on the clock.
That is the definition of clutch. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but look at that. Just gets a second scoop on that sidewall play, and what a play from Liska. We've talked about it, right? They've been coming in clutch the last half of the season so much. We saw their MVP percent bump up so much from 0. And just, it's showing why in this series. They've been such a crucial anchor for this Rule No offense in converting some of these opportunities.
But now it's getting kind of risky on the Rule No side. Static going to have a touch here. Stopped by Liska. Who's going to be the first two? I think it's going to be Aerolax. It's an open net. Factual Data isn't going to need to go up for this one. And Rex just playing forward. But I see Rule No playing a bit too aggressive in the attacking third. And Aerolax just going to have to clear this one out. Give it to Gentle Paws for free. And we're going to have to see whose defense crumbles first. And it might be Rule No. No, Rex is there in the nick of time. Actual Data can't get past Aerolax and no one back. So Firestreak going to have to scramble back. 1:35 remaining. And we're still all tied up in Game 5.
And I got to say, both of these teams playing like they want it. And it's just a matter of who wants it more here. Rex, that's a bad ball. Liska, though, going to find it in time. Just no one on the side of Gentle Paws anticipating that whip. And honestly, it's a Game 5. I can't blame him here. Aerolax, nice demo. Static, oh my goodness. But Factual able to come back in time on that rotation. Like I talked about, they've been able to clean up a lot of these defensive rotations based off of demos, theirs or otherwise. They've been doing a much better job throughout the series, and it's showing here in Game 5. Now, the question is, which team is going to make that crucial mistake first? That's a boomer from Liska. And unfortunately, an easy save for Gentle Paws here. Static has a play. Tried going for a demo there on the side of Gentle Paws, and this is potentially an opportunity. Rex gonna pass this to Liska. Liska, do they have two? No, but Aerolax gonna have a shot. Boom! That's gonna be a goal there, and a nice team play from the side of Rule No to put them up 2-1 here with 40 seconds left.
And that might be the nail in the coffin here. It's 41 seconds, not a lot of time to get a goal. However, we have seen some defensive mistakes from Rule No this entire series. So Gentle Paws might be able to take advantage of that. However, that is not what you want to see as a Gentle Paws fan. That bounce is not the best one either, as Rex is going to look for the shot. Gets the double. There's another shot on net. Aerolax going to put another one in. Rule No up by 2.
And again, just Firestreak, unfortunate. Rex just goes for the jump. Might as well, right? You're going back on that rotation. Might as well try to disrupt and gets the absolutely ideal 50 on that dunk and widens the goal margin to 2. And Gentle Paws need to find something here. 30 seconds left. That beat, or not a beat from Static, sorry, not going to do them any favors here. They need to start pulling out all the stops. You have 20 seconds left. You need to go for the ball. You need to make some offense happen here. And that demo from Factual is a good start.
But Aerolax is just playing this ball so slow. He has all the boost from the Gentle Paws side. Liska going to get this 50. Aerolax just going to put it past. Firestreak, the last one back. They're going to be able to keep it up, but there's no time on the clock. Rule No is going to take the series in 5.
Oh man, and what a series, right? We all said, you know, Gentle Paws can go the distance, but just unfortunately this time not able to finish it off. And that's going to be GG's for Rule No, but not an easy series by any means. What a way to start playoffs.
Incredible performance for both teams. And just so you guys remember, this is double elimination. They're not out just yet. And Gentle Paws is going to have a tough opponent to fight later. But if they keep playing like that, I'm sure that they could get some good results. But for now, Rule No finding the victory there. They are going to move up to that fight against I by First.